like to hear. This side's a little louder than this side. Y'all need to get your game up, because right now I like these people more. Hi. Hello, my name is Jamie. I am your host for the evening. How we doing, huh? You guys worked on it. I'm so proud of you. Great work, everybody. Oh, boy. A little bit about me up top. I come from West Virginia originally, and that fucking sucks. Like, y'all probably come from cool states with things like amusement parks and dental insurance. Meanwhile, I come from a state where 1 out of 4 people lose their virginity in a coal mine. Prove me wrong. That's the kind of vibe of my home state. I can say anything and people will mostly believe me. Like I come from some kind of magical redneck Narnia. Only instead of a Christian lion, we have a possum that's addicted to Oxycontin. That's the trade-off. I don't know, here's the thing about West Virginia. It is, sincerely, maybe the most beautiful place I've ever been, truly. If y'all get a chance, go hike some trails, whitewater raft if you can from the safety of your car. Because you don't want to meet these people, and they definitely do not want to meet you. Like, if they could, they would just change the state motto to West Virginia. What are you looking at, pussy? And the state animal will just be a man with no sleeves licking a knife. So... it's rough. It is a rough place. It's a rough place to go to high school. Like, if I could change anything about my high school experience, I would change every time I said no homo to some homo. I'm queer. I'm out now. I was closeted in high school. I just wasn't good about staying in the closet, you know? Like, I'd be hanging out late at night playing video games with my friends, and someone would be like, oh, man, I'm so gay for pizza. And I'd be like, yeah. Me too. I like queer. Queer is my preferred term. I think it just fits the best for me. I never liked bisexual because I always thought it sounded too limiting. And I don't like pansexual because I do look like the kind of person who would try and fuck in a Pizza Hut. So... someone over there laughed way too hard at that. I had my first queer realization when I was 10 years old. I was watching the movie Mulan with my grandmother. And it was the scene where Shang, the Chinese general, rips his shirt off. And I said to my 70-year-old grandmother, yes, please, let him make a man out of me. It's a pretty good song. That said, I've never officially come out to my family. I say officially because a couple years ago on National Coming Out Day, I just posted on Facebook in all caps, I'm queer! And my dad Facebook wow reacted to it. So... as far as I'm concerned, the conversation is done. Like, if I had to have a protest sign, it would read, I'm here, I'm queer, I do not want Thanksgiving to be weird. That is... I'm also a non-binary person, I am. And I know what you're thinking, I look pretty masculine, but here is a fun fact about non-binary people. We do not owe you androgyny. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And here is another fun fact about non-binary people. Androgynous clothing is ugly and expensive as fuck. Like, I don't have $200 to buy a gray robe that will make me look like Uncle Fester. If I had money, I would be on stage right now looking like Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know? Beautiful hair, long flowing skirt, I'm fucking a guy with a weird eye, the works. Instead, I have what can only be described as GameStop assistant manager energy. You know, I hate that joke. Because it gets a laugh, and then as more people see it, it gets a bigger laugh. and I die inside. So, thank you for helping me along that process. I didn't change my name when I came out as non-binary. A lot of people do. I didn't. I like my name. I think it's a pretty good Jamie. Hi, I'm Namie Carbone. Anyway. No, Jamie, it's a nice androgynous name. That could be anybody, so I thought that was perfect. And Carbone is a nice, strong Italian name, you know? It means carbon or coal in Italy, and in American high schools, it means a bunch of people are going to call you Boner. It is perfect. It's a perfect name. But recently, I met somebody who, when they heard my name, said, "Congratulations on changing your name as part of your journey." And I immediately hated this person. Because they thought I would half-ass my name change to Jamie Carbone when I could have whole-assed my name change to Jamie Truck Fuck. Like, holy shit, is that such a better name? Like, you remember Jamie Truck Fuck. You do not hire them, but... I know, I love being non-binary, but there is one big red flag about being non-binary, and that is our actual pride flag. Have you all seen this ugly motherfucker? The colors are, in no particular order, black, white, purple, yellow. What the fuck? That's the Planet Fitness color scheme. How can I carry around a flag with pride that uses the same colors as goddamn Wario? That is the one nice thing, though. That's how non-binary people identify each other in a crowd. We just go up to each other and we're just like, wah. And that's how I'm gonna win. That's how we... I don't know. After living in West Virginia, I moved to Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 5 years, and I never once felt in danger or threatened the entire time I lived there. A lot of people act like Chicago is this dangerous place. It's not. Never once felt in like any kind of danger. That said, I did once get casually mugged while waiting for a train. And I say casually because what happened was I was standing there. This guy sees my watch. He comes up to me. He says, "Hey man, is that one of those iWatch? Is that one of those Apple Watches? Let me see that. Let me get at that." And instead of just like ignoring him or walking away, just on autopilot, I went, "Nah man, it's actually a Fitbit." And he scanned my body with his eyes like creeps do to women in movies from the 80s. And he said, and I quote, "Nah, you look like you need that. I'm gonna let you keep that." And then we waited for the train together. His name is Dave. And he really thinks his band is gonna make it, so... I don't know, I am fat, but I'm a fat narcissist, which I think is more impressive. Like, do y'all know how hard it is to be confident when at any moment there's like a 90% chance there is mayonnaise somewhere on your face? Like, I don't have what you would call Hollywood good looks. I have what I like to call Colonial Williamsburg good looks. Like, y'all, if I were to come up to you and be like, "Hi, I'm a time-traveling Benjamin Franklin," you'd be like, "Yeah, I see it." And it is hard to date when you look like this. Because nobody out there has founding father issues. That said, the other day I was feeling pretty good about myself as I was walking down the street, and this child and mom ran past me. And I guess the kid wasn't going fast enough, because the mom turned, pointed right at me, and said, "You better hurry up or that fat man is going to get you." And I was devastated. I was emotionally destroyed. But I feel way worse for this child because her mother is teaching her that fat men abduct children. Which means Christmas must be fucking terrifying. Still, a couple years ago, I went to my high school reunion. I've noticed a lot of the people I've graduated with are starting to look like me. You know, like they've gained weight and they've lost hair, and I've realized I'm fat handsome. Like, do y'all know Fat Handsome? Like John Goodman or Jonah Hill sometimes. Or Pumbaa from The Lion King, you know. Y'all, it is so much easier to live this way. Like, I don't have to go to a gym or waste money on expensive haircuts. I can eat a whole pizza and have eyes that look like a storm on the ocean. I'm just saying, when it comes to dating, magical wizard eyes are the way to go. Do y'all know how many people want to fuck a middle-aged Harry Potter? Some. Working out pretty well. I don't know. I have a lot of mental illnesses. Anybody else difficult to be around? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have all the cool ones, you know, ADHD, borderline personality disorder, anxiety, depression. I can tell you why every single one of the original Power Rangers was fired from the TV show, which is not technically a mental illness, but my mom has asked me to stop talking about it. My anxiety's the worst one, though. I have a really bad stutter on high anxiety days, and I'm usually pretty good about keeping it under control, usually. But recently, after a rough day at work, I went and like, hey, we survived, we deserve a pizza. I went to Domino's to pick one up. My stutter was coming out, and try as hard as I could not say the word pepperoni. It just kept coming out as pa-pa-pa, just over and over and over again. And the Domino's employee was so high that he thought I was beatboxing. And like any good stoned Domino's employee, he started to freestyle rap over my stutter. Y'all ever had someone drop bars on your mental illness before? Are y'all ready to get this comedy show going?